Welcome back, YouTube investors. Are you ready to dive deep into the financial metrics of one of the most intriguing real estate investment trusts? Today, we're unpacking the wealth of data surrounding Federal Realty Investment Trust. From insider ownership to future growth prospects, we've got it all covered. First up, let's talk about price-to-adjusted funds from operations. Over the last 5 years, FRT has seen an average P/AFFO ratio of 13.79, but currently, it stands at a higher 20.15. Looking forward, the ratio is expected to drop slightly to 19.19. Both numbers suggest a huge potential overvaluation to its 5-year average. And additionally, when we compare this to its growth rate, represented by P/AFFO to growth, we get a value of 7.07. Indicating also a potential overvaluation. Because remember that a value below 1 is when a stock is considered undervalued. Now, let's discuss insider ownership, which currently stands at 1.09%. This metric gives us insight into how much faith those within the company have in its future prospects. Moving on to profitability metrics, we see return on equity at 7.97%, return on assets at 2.83%. These numbers indicate how efficiently Federal Realty Investment Trust uses its shareholders' equity and company assets to generate earnings. And with a return on invested capital at 5.08%, it is clear that FRT has a good efficiency to reach financial success. Next, let's look at adjusted funds from operations per share, which currently stands at $4.92. Looking ahead, the expected growth rate over the next 5 years is 2.85%. When we examine the evolution of AFFO per share over the last 9 years, we see a relatively flat trajectory with a compound annual growth rate of 1.91%. But what about free cash flow? Over the last 9 years, free cash flow per share has also shown a flat trend, with a compound annual growth rate of 2.67%. Now, let's talk about dividends. FRT offers a dividend yield of 4.33%, with a CAGR of 3.55% over the last decade. This makes it an attractive option for income investors, and with a consecutive 55 years of dividend increase, Federal Realty Investment Trust is considered a dividend king. Shifting gears to margins, we see an operating margin of 35.03% and a profit margin of 20.11%. These healthy margins indicate strong operational efficiency and profitability. Looking at the company's financial performance over the past 8 years, we see a positive trend in both revenue and earnings. However, there was a notable drop in 2020 due to external factors, followed by a recovery to pre-crisis levels. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite the positive financial indicators, FRT has underperformed the market, with a lower total return compared to VOO over the last 5 years. This suggests that the market may not be fully pricing in the company's potential. Continuing with the debt situation. FRT has a debt-to-equity ratio of 1.64, indicating moderate leverage and good financial health. However, its long-term debt-to-equity ratio is slightly lower at 1.23. Hold on to your seats as we soar through the skies of market performance. With an average price return of 4.52% over the last 52 weeks and a market cap of $8.46 billion, wants to be the leader in the retail REIT industry. So, what's the bottom line? Analysts predict a price target of $113.83 for FRT in the next 12 months, representing a potential upside of 12.52%. However, my analysis suggests a fair value of $89. Indicating a potential overvaluation based on current prices. And there you have it, folks. The comprehensive breakdown of Federal Realty Investment Trust's financial metrics. Do you think it's overvalued, undervalued, or just right? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more financial insights. Until next time, happy investing.